Hey you guys, welcome back to My Stories Can Help You. I talked a lot lately about having seasonal allergies, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I did go to the doctor today for it. It was really expensive, but I am at my deductible now, so that's exciting. Basically, I thought all these years I was allergic to trees, and I'm allergic to grass and horses. And the thing I most they rate you on what you're like most allergic to. They don't make a big deal about it though because they're professionals. But the thing that I'm allergic to the most is horses. So, which actually kind of brought up a interesting memory I wanted to share with you guys real quick in kind of a quicker video. And then I'm gonna get back to some work I need to do on the day off. You can see my little setup there. Not very classy. Sorry. Basically, when I was a kid, I learned how to ride horses when I was 4 years old. My mom loves horses. She talks about them all the time. And she had a horse that she was super proud of that she bought herself. He was a really old horse, and she brought him up from her home state, like 12 hours north to the state that I grew up in. And basically, she was just really proud of this horse, and she wanted me to learn how to ride, and she talked about it a lot, and I really wanted to do it. But as soon as I got out there near those horses, I did have allergies even then too, you guys. And we went to the doctor and stuff. I was on something called like Tavist for it. I think like Tavist D. And it would like immediately put me to sleep, and I like couldn't breathe in my lungs, and it was really, really hard to deal with, and it made me really grumpy and upset. My eyes itched constantly, which is cool because now that doesn't really happen. I don't get the eye itch as much. So I guess my body finally figured out how to stop doing that. And then basically, sorry, I know this is a great angle under my chin here. Yeah, so like our relationship kind of fell apart when I was like 4 years old, even after that. She didn't communicate very well what she wanted me to do on the horse. But I continued, and it was kind of like this thing where I was like, yeah, I can ride a horse. But we never really did it. And eventually, I don't want to say she manipulated me out of my money, but I ended up spending like all of my savings, like $12,000, whatever I had saved up as a kid from all like the birthday money and everything like the family was so generous enough to give me on this horse. I don't even know if it was that much. I want to say it was like $2,000. I know it was like 2 or 12. See, I was just a kid. I didn't know what I had. So she actually ended up going and looking at horses, and I would see, they'd be up on the bulletin board at the grocery store, and I'd be like, I like that one, and she'd be like, that one's too expensive, or that's a pony. Like, there's nothing wrong with ponies, by the way. But I really wanted to, like, have my own horse and, like, be like her like that. So she's like, I found you a horse, and it was this, like, really mean horse. And I remember, like, I, like, wasn't even there. Like, she took the money out of my account. We got this big brown horse, and I would go visit him and stuff in the pasture. And I learned how to ride on him, even though I knew how to ride from the ponies. But I had grown up from the ponies that I learned to ride on because I was so tall and big. And they were, like, little Shetland ponies. So they were like really undersized ponies. When you think of like a pony for a little girl, like think of a Shetland. When you think of it for like a 10-year-old girl that's like 5'4", think of a horse. That's what you need. So, yeah, she like did teach me how to ride on the horse and stuff. I didn't really enjoy it very much. I tried to. We didn't really bond. Like we didn't bond, and I was always getting bit by mosquitoes, which I'm also like super duper allergic to, but like they didn't test me for that today because it's like super obvious. And I'd always be like just looking a wreck, like just my face would be like, and I'd be like itching my eyes, and, like my nose would run. And I did ride other horses with some friends this time when I was like 8 and 9 and 10, 11 and 12 and 13 years old. But the more I think about it is like, I was so young, like I shouldn't have been making a decision to like spend everything in my savings. That was not responsible. Like, why did she let me do that? Secondly, on a horse, that's so frivolous when like things coming up like college and stuff and just only like 6 or 7 years. And then like finally, it just doesn't seem very responsible. And the more I think about it, I was like, who wanted this animal? Was it really me, or was it her? Or was she just trying to please me in some like weird way where she didn't really think it through? Like, she said she was trying to please me and she's trying to make it into like her trying to please me. But at the same time, I wasn't happy, and it was like super obvious I wasn't happy. Like, I wanted like a nice horse, and it was like he was so mean. Like, I would ride him and he'd take his head around and he'd like bite me. And he threw me off. He was just not very nice. You know, I'd go up and like visit him and pet him and stuff, and he was really greedy. He's a greedy gelding. And you know, I don't know, my friends at school were like jealous of me, but they all had like better relationships with their family. Not all of them were jealous of me. A lot of them had like really nice horses and stuff. And like, also, I mean, I didn't enjoy it. Like, so did she manipulate me into like getting her a new horse? Like a new budget horse? I don't know. I really don't know. So basically, just what this has taught me really didn't teach me much. I mean, if I were to have my own kids now, I wouldn't make, like, if they're gonna like try to buy something big, they would be involved. She like went and found this horse. I never saw him till she got him. I never really got to use him. Like, she rode him and stuff a lot. She would say, oh, we're gonna go riding, like if I was with my dad, visiting my dad, and I'd come home from my dad's house early and then we wouldn't go riding. So if my own kids, if I had kids, like wanted to buy something big, like they would be involved in every process. And I was involved in no process, and I didn't even use it. So in essence, I kind of bought her a horse. Just not a very great one that she sometimes shared with me. It's a different way of looking at it. That's not a way that she would put it. She'd be like, I take care of this horse for you and blah, blah, blah. I mean, in essence, like she didn't even really let me. I wanted to learn. And she wouldn't even like let me learn how to take care of him. She's like, he's too dangerous for you. You don't know what you're doing. She'd just be like, watch me. And then she wouldn't let me do it. And she never let me clean out his feet or anything. She said he'd kick me. But he probably would. He did not like me. He didn't really like her either. So, you know, there's a consolation. So I guess just what I learned, be more careful with my money. I definitely have had to learn that 4 or 5 times in life. And I hope you guys enjoyed my story. They had to do my allergy test up here, the big one, because of my tattoos on my arms and stuff. And then my back was itching like crazy, and I saw, and it was the freaking horse one. Isn't that crazy? All right, you guys, please leave a comment if you have any related stories about allergies or just like having your parent take your money. If you want to talk about it. If not, cool. I'll see you in the next video.